What if the most profound journey you'll ever undertake is not across continents or through grand achievements, but the intimate exploration of the masterpiece within you? Embrace your unique design. Recognize that each individual is created with distinct gifts, talents, and perspectives. Discovering and nurturing these unique aspects is a crucial step in the journey of becoming fully oneself. This involves self-reflection, identifying passions, and understanding personal strengths and weaknesses. Consider the profound truth that within each and every one of you resides a singular creation, an individual unlike any other who has walked this earth or ever will. This isn't a matter of chance or mere biological variation. It speaks to a deliberate and intricate design woven into the very fabric of your being. Just as a master craftsman imbues each of their creations with unique details and purpose, so too are you, each one, fashioned with particular attributes, inclinations, and ways of perceiving the world. To overlook this inherent uniqueness is to diminish the very essence of who you are and the potential you hold. The journey toward becoming fully oneself commences with a deep and honest recognition of this individual design. It requires us to move beyond superficial comparisons with others, to resist the urge to conform to externally imposed molds, and instead, to delve into the depths of our own being. This is not a narcissistic pursuit, but rather an act of stewardship, a responsibility to understand and cultivate the gifts we have been given. Think of the vast array of talents and abilities that grace humanity: the gift of eloquent speech, the precision of skilled hands, the empathy that soothes troubled hearts, the intellect that unravels complex mysteries, the artistic eye that captures beauty in its myriad forms. These are not randomly distributed. They are specific endowments, uniquely combined within each individual. Discovering these unique aspects demands a commitment to self-reflection, a willingness to quiet the noise of the world and listen to the whispers of our own hearts. It involves asking ourselves fundamental questions. What truly ignites my spirit? What activities bring me a sense of deep fulfillment? What are the things that come naturally to me, the areas where I seem to possess an innate understanding or ability? This introspection is not always comfortable. It may require us to confront aspects of ourselves that we have long ignored or suppressed. Yet, it is in this honest self-examination that the contours of our unique design begin to emerge with clarity. Furthermore, nurturing these unique aspects requires conscious effort and dedication. Just as a seed, no matter how promising, will not flourish without proper care and cultivation, our gifts and talents will remain dormant unless we actively engage with them. This might involve pursuing specific training or education, seeking out opportunities to practice and refine our skills, or simply dedicating time and energy to the activities that resonate deeply within us. It means embracing the learning process, accepting that growth often involves challenges and even setbacks, but persevering in the pursuit of mastery. Understanding our personal strengths and weaknesses is an equally vital component of embracing our unique design. Recognizing our strengths empowers us to leverage our natural abilities and to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. It allows us to identify areas where we can excel and where our efforts are likely to yield the greatest impact. Conversely, acknowledging our weaknesses is not a cause for shame or discouragement, but rather an opportunity for growth and for seeking support from others whose strengths complement our own. It fosters humility and encourages collaboration, recognizing that we are all part of a larger whole, each contributing our unique piece to the collective endeavor. The journey of becoming fully oneself is not about striving for an idealized version of who we think we should be, but rather about embracing the authentic individual that we already are. It's about recognizing the inherent value and purpose that lies within our unique design and committing to its cultivation. This is a deeply personal and often lifelong journey, one that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to step into the fullness of who we were created to be. It is in this embrace of our individuality that we truly begin to live a life of purpose and meaning, contributing our distinct and irreplaceable essence to the world. Navigate life's journey with purpose. Understand that life's experiences, both joyful and challenging, serve as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Embracing these experiences, learning from them, and aligning actions with deeply held values contribute significantly to the individuation process. Life unfolds as a continuous journey, a path marked by a diverse terrain of mountaintops of joy and valleys of adversity. This journey, with its inevitable twists and turns, is not a random sequence of events, but rather a carefully orchestrated progression designed to shape and refine us. To navigate this journey with purpose is to recognize that every experience, whether seemingly positive or negative, holds within it a potential for profound growth and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our calling. It requires us to move beyond simply reacting to circumstances and instead to actively engage with them, seeking the lessons they hold and allowing them to mold us into the individuals we are meant to become. Consider the moments of profound joy, the times of celebration and success. These are not merely fleeting instances of happiness, but rather affirmations, glimpses of the good that is possible, and sources of strength to draw upon when facing future challenges. They reveal aspects of our character that thrive in positivity, our capacity for gratitude, and the fruits of our efforts and perseverance. To embrace these joyful experiences with purpose means to savor them fully, to acknowledge the blessings they represent, and to integrate the lessons of accomplishment and contentment into our understanding of ourselves and our potential. Conversely, the challenging times, the moments of struggle, loss, and disappointment are equally significant in our journey of self-discovery. These are the crucibles in which our resilience is tested, our character is forged, and our deepest values are brought into sharp focus. It is often in navigating these difficult terrains that we uncover hidden strengths, develop empathy for others who suffer, and gain a more profound understanding of our own limitations and our capacity for perseverance. To embrace these challenging experiences with purpose means to resist the temptation to succumb to despair or bitterness, but instead to seek the wisdom embedded within them, to learn from our mistakes, and to allow these trials to cultivate within us greater compassion, humility, and inner fortitude. Learning from these experiences, both joyful and challenging, is a conscious and active process. It requires us to step back from the immediate emotional response and to engage in thoughtful reflection. What can I learn from this situation? How has it shaped my perspective? What insights has it offered about myself, about others, or about the world around me? This process of reflection transforms mere events into valuable lessons, contributing to a richer and more nuanced understanding of ourselves and our place in the grand scheme of things. It allows us to identify patterns in our lives, to recognize our own responses to different circumstances, and to make more conscious choices moving forward. Furthermore, navigating life's journey with purpose necessitates aligning our actions with deeply held values. These values serve as our internal compass, guiding our decisions and shaping our behavior. They represent the principles that we hold to be most important, the ideals that give meaning and direction to our lives. When our actions are in harmony with our values, we experience a sense of integrity and authenticity, a feeling of being true to ourselves. Conversely, when our actions deviate from our core values, we often experience inner conflict and a sense of unease. The journey of individuation calls us to continually examine our values, to ensure that they're truly our own and not simply adopted from external sources, and to strive for congruence between what we believe and how we live. This alignment of actions with values is not always easy. It may require us to make difficult choices, to stand up for what we believe in the face of opposition, and to prioritize our principles even when it is inconvenient or unpopular. Yet, it is in these moments of courageous adherence to our values that our character is most deeply formed and our sense of self becomes most clearly defined. It is through living in accordance with our deeply held beliefs that we truly begin to embody the individuals we are meant to be, navigating the journey of life with intention, integrity, and a profound sense of purpose. Every step taken with conscious awareness and a commitment to our values contributes to the unfolding of our unique potential and the realization of our truest selves. Cultivate meaningful connections. Recognize the importance of community and relationships in personal development. Authentic connections with others provide support, offer different perspectives, and foster a sense of belonging, all of which are vital for understanding oneself in relation to the world. We are created not as isolated entities, but as beings inherently relational, woven into the intricate fabric of community. To journey toward becoming fully ourselves is inextricably linked with our interactions and connections with others. Authentic relationships are not mere social conveniences. They are vital ecosystems for personal growth, offering essential nourishment for our souls and providing crucial mirrors that reflect back to us aspects of ourselves that we might otherwise overlook. The path to individuation, therefore, necessitates the conscious cultivation of meaningful connections, recognizing their profound impact on our understanding of who we are and our place within the larger human experience. Consider the power of shared experience. When we connect with others on a genuine level, we participate in a collective narrative, a tapestry woven with diverse perspectives and shared humanity. In these interactions, we find validation for our own experiences, realizing that we are not alone in our joys, our struggles, or our questions. This sense of shared humanity fosters empathy, allowing us to step outside of our own limited viewpoints and to appreciate the richness and complexity of the human condition. Through witnessing the lives and journeys of others, we gain a broader understanding of the world and our own place within it, enriching our self-perception and expanding our capacity for compassion. Authentic connections provide invaluable support, especially during times of difficulty. When life presents its inevitable challenges, knowing that we have individuals who care for us, who will listen without judgment, and who will offer encouragement can be a source of immense strength and resilience. These supportive relationships act as anchors, grounding us during turbulent times and reminding us of our inherent worth. They offer a safe space to process our emotions, to gain perspective on our problems, and to find the courage to persevere. This sense of being supported and understood is crucial for navigating the complexities of life and for maintaining a healthy sense of self amidst its inevitable storms. Furthermore, meaningful relationships offer us the gift of diverse perspectives. Each individual sees the world through a unique lens, shaped by their own experiences, beliefs, and values. When we engage in genuine dialogue with others, we are exposed to these different viewpoints, which can challenge our own assumptions and broaden our understanding. This exposure to alternative ways of thinking can lead to significant personal growth, helping us to see ourselves and the world in new and more nuanced ways. It encourages intellectual humility, fostering a willingness to learn and to consider perspectives that may differ from our own, ultimately contributing to a more well-rounded and integrated sense of self. The cultivation of meaningful connections also fosters a profound sense of belonging. As social beings, we have a deep-seated need to feel connected to something larger than ourselves, to be part of a community where we are accepted and valued. Authentic relationships fulfill this need, providing us with a sense of rootedness and shared identity. This feeling of belonging is essential for our psychological and emotional well-being, contributing to a stronger sense of self-worth and a greater capacity for resilience. When we feel that we belong, we are more likely to feel secure in our identity and more confident in expressing our true selves. However, cultivating meaningful connections requires intentionality and vulnerability. It involves a willingness to open ourselves to others, to share our thoughts and feelings authentically, and to be present and engaged in our interactions. It also requires us to extend grace and understanding, recognizing that others, like ourselves, are on their own journeys with their own unique struggles and perspectives. Building and maintaining strong relationships takes time, effort, and a commitment to mutual respect and empathy. In essence, our journey toward becoming fully ourselves is not a solitary endeavor. It is deeply intertwined with the quality of our connections with others. Meaningful relationships provide the support we need, expose us to diverse perspectives that broaden our understanding, and foster a sense of belonging that is essential for our well-being. By consciously cultivating these authentic connections, we create a nurturing environment for personal growth and self-discovery, allowing us to better understand ourselves in relation to the world and to flourish as the unique individuals we are meant to be. Our connections are not merely a part of our journey. They are integral to its very fabric. Strive for wholeness and integration. The path to individuation involves integrating different aspects of oneself, the intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. This journey encourages self-awareness, acceptance of one's complexities, and a continuous effort towards inner harmony and authenticity. The human experience is multifaceted, a rich tapestry woven with threads of intellect, emotion, and spirit. To embark on the path of individuation, the journey of becoming fully oneself, necessitates a conscious and continuous striving for wholeness and integration of these essential aspects of our being. It is not about compartmentalizing these dimensions, treating them as separate and distinct entities, but rather about recognizing their interconnectedness and actively working towards their harmonious alignment within us. This journey calls for deep self-awareness, a compassionate acceptance of our inherent complexities, and an unwavering commitment to the pursuit of inner harmony and authentic expression. Consider the realm of intellect, our capacity for reason, logic, and understanding. This is a powerful tool, allowing us to analyze, to learn, and to make sense of the world around us. However, intellect alone can be a cold and detached guide if it is not tempered by the warmth of our emotions and the wisdom of our spirit. True wholeness requires us to engage our minds actively, to cultivate knowledge and understanding, but also to recognize the limitations of pure reason and to integrate our intellectual insights with our feelings and our deeply held beliefs. An integrated self acknowledges the value of critical thinking while also honoring the intuitive wisdom that resides within our hearts and spirits. Then, there is the realm of emotion, the vibrant spectrum of feelings that color our experiences and shape our responses to the world. Our emotions, joy, sorrow, anger, fear, love, are not weaknesses to be suppressed, but rather vital sources of information, providing us with valuable insights into our inner landscape and our connections with others. To strive for wholeness involves acknowledging and accepting the full range of our emotions, learning to understand their origins and their messages, and developing healthy ways of expressing and navigating them. It is about integrating our emotional responses with our rational understanding, allowing our feelings to inform our decisions without being overwhelmed by them. A whole person embraces their emotional capacity as an integral part of their being, recognizing its power to connect us, to motivate us, and to enrich our lives. Finally, there is the spiritual dimension, that aspect of ourselves that seeks meaning, purpose, and connection to something beyond the material world. For many, this involves a relationship with the divine, a seeking of transcendent truth, and a commitment to spiritual practices that nurture the soul. Integrating our spiritual lives with our intellectual and emotional selves involves allowing our beliefs and values to inform our thoughts and actions, to provide a moral compass for our lives, and to offer a sense of perspective and hope amidst the challenges we face. It is about finding coherence between our inner faith and our outward expressions, allowing our spiritual convictions to shape our character and guide our interactions with others. The journey towards this integration is not a linear progression, but rather a continuous process of self-awareness and refinement. It requires us to honestly examine the different facets of ourselves, to identify areas of conflict or disconnection, and to consciously work towards bringing them into greater harmony. This may involve introspection, prayer, meditation, or engaging in practices that help us to connect with our inner selves and with the transcendent. It is a journey of self-discovery, of peeling back the layers of pretense and inauthenticity to reveal the truest expression of who we are. Acceptance of our complexities is a crucial aspect of this striving for wholeness. We are not beings of pure light or unblemished perfection. We are complex individuals, capable of both great love and occasional failings, possessing both strengths and weaknesses. To embrace our wholeness means to accept this inherent complexity, to acknowledge our shadows as well as our light, and to extend compassion and forgiveness towards ourselves. It is in this acceptance that we find the freedom to grow and to move towards greater integration, recognizing that our imperfections are not obstacles to wholeness, but rather integral parts of our unique human experience. Ultimately, the continuous effort towards inner harmony and authenticity is the driving force behind this journey of individuation. It is about striving to live in alignment with our deepest values and beliefs, to express our true selves authentically in the world, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace that comes from the integration of our intellectual, emotional, and spiritual dimensions. This is a lifelong pursuit, a commitment to ongoing